At this point, we already know that there's a demand and there's a market out there for this property. We kind of took our marketing plan from the conception with pre-construction all the way through to the phase that we have now. I'm assuming that we know that there's a demand before we decide to build. So we've already, in this hypothetical scenario, we've already identified our target market. We are targeting specific companies in the area that are zoned for light industrial. If you can switch to the next slide for me, please. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to go over our main event. We have one event, but the next two slides they'll discuss how it's integrated into our media schedule and our marketing plan in particular. I think that when it comes to commercial properties, brokers opens are a very valuable tool. We're building relationships directly with the people who have the clients that are looking for what we need. That's extremely important. We originally discussed an open house in general. The reason we targeted brokerages is because the public is pretty non-responsive to commercial property open houses. They're intimidated unless they're a business owner that's specifically looking for this type of property. We are going to lose money if we send mailers to the residents and different things in the area. So we're very, very careful about the public that we're targeting, our existing tenants, prospective tenants that have relationships with them, as well as we can find newly licensed businesses online, and we can target businesses who have leases expiring very soon. And there's lots of paid services that can help us identify them, as well as provide us with their contact information, all that stuff. So that's something that we can just pay for if we don't actually have to put the man hours in. That'll save us a lot of time, which essentially will save us a lot of money. So with the brokers open, we would typically start advertising something like this maybe 3 weeks before our big grand opening. We'll use it as our big grand opening event. Typically people, especially in my experience, real estate brokers, we don't plan that far ahead when it comes to parties and different things like this. So I need someone to remind me the week before, 2 weeks before, I need a phone call, that's what I want. I only want to go if it's going to be a party. I need some sort of incentive. Okay, they're not going to come just to look at a flex space. Okay, yeah, built to suit, fantastic, exciting. They want food, they want refreshments, we're having some cocktails, we're having music, it's going to be a real party. So realtors also, they like prizes, we're going to have business card drawings, different things. So we're going to hopefully attract a large crowd with people who are directly practicing real estate in our marketplace. So that's going to draw people. We're, in particular, we are going to have the first part of this event, brokers only. Then we'll have an hour open to the public at the end. The public, i.e. being the tenants in the space and some other prospective tenants that we've identified through hiring our consultants to target our market for the fastest growing and most profitable businesses. So we're getting very specific there. We will be about 3 weeks before the event sending out mailers, mail invitations, and further in the presentation you'll see an example of a postcard that we'll be sending out specifically to commercial real estate brokers, any light industrial permanent buildings in the 1 to 3 or 5 mile radius, depending on the feedback we have from the consultants. And that's also how we'll determine our budget for marketing as well. Newly licensed businesses, current tenants and their customers, other prospective tenants. We will have representatives, Sunwest representatives in uniform matching shirts or something. We want them to be easily identifiable at this event. We want name tags. People feel really, really comfortable talking to someone when they know your name already. You're more approachable, and it makes them a lot more comfortable speaking with you. So we're also going to have an information booth. So there's a centralized location where they can come if they can't, grab somebody in the crowd. And we'll also have some printed material. We don't want to have a huge focus on print material because that's not traditionally very effective, at least in my professional experience and when I consulted with my group. So the print material we have will be specifically the mailer invitations to the commercial brokerages, our target market here, and then we'll have some brochures and different things that people can take with them, and we'll also use those as leave behinds when we do our follow-up from this event. Next slide, please. Go ahead, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, well, we thought the most cost-effective way and probably the smartest way to start would be to do mailers and target businesses that are already in I-1 industrial locations, because that's your target market right there. They could be expanding, they could want to move, they could need to upgrade, their business is booming. So hit your already target market that already is within that specified use and start there. And the whole key with it is that there's no magic formula, nothing's right. You have to keep trying different, go ahead, different
techniques, yeah.
Different
So one thing
techniques,
doesn't work, we
right.
move on
So,
to another.
right,
We have,
exactly.
oh, I didn't even, still have to go back, please. Sorry. Okay, so when we have pre-construction, through the construction phase, we're going to obviously have an electronic campaign. We're going to be on LoopNet, City Feet, CoStar, all that stuff. It syndicates it to hundreds of different websites, and that's what I like. It's going to save me time. It's very, very cost efficient. And then also we can get those email lists, and we'll do an email blast campaign. Beyond that, and plus, you know, we have the SEO, the search engine optimization, all that stuff. But we'll also keep the content on those on our website, because we will have a centralized website for the project. We'll keep the content relevant. We'll switch out pictures. We'll add new content, because that's how you get that up there at the top of those search results when people are looking. Beyond the open house, we will do follow-ups. We'll do phone follow-ups and in-person follow-ups, drop-ins, and we'll leave a little bit of literature there, our brochure, after the fact. We can also do an email campaign, again, to our target market as described. Then, you know, as part of our incentives for people to do, you know, pre-construction leasing and different things like that, we'll offer some money back and different things that we can advertise on our literature.
So some of our marketing materials